Anything you want to say, anything that your heart has led to and then move you try to finish it out.
My name is Jane Wanja. Wanja is my tribal name. I'm Kikuyu, and Wanja in Swahili means eyeliner. I was born in 2002, and I lived with my mom and my dad in a family of 4. I had an elder brother. I was the second born. Then my sister Mary Sarah, whom you've seen, and then we had a younger brother. And I lived with my family for 5 years. My dad was a carpenter. He made tables and chairs and all that. And after a few years, my dad left, and we were left with my mom, who was jobless, and life was very hard for us. And one time, mom took us out, and then she left us at a grocery store, and she told us that she'll be coming back. And that was me, my sister Mary Sarah, and my brother, who was 6 months old. But my mom never came back, and it has been so painful for me and so hard for me to think that she left me. But during my visit here, someone just enlightened me about my mom, and she told me that every time she thinks about my mom, she does not think of her as a very hard woman who did not love us and just wanted to get rid of us, but she thinks of a woman who loved us so much and who wanted the best for her daughters and son. And because there is nothing my mom could do because she was jobless, she left us in God's hands, and I believe I'm still in God's hands right now, because that was the only good thing she could have done, because maybe if we stayed with her, we would have died because of hunger or some other bad things. But she chose to leave us in God's hands, and we stayed there for a very long time. And it was getting dark, and that woman who owned that grocery store took us in for the night. She gave us food, she dressed us warmly, and the following day she took us to a police station in Naivasha. And from there we were taken to a rescue center, and my sister and I were taken into the rescue center, and my brother, who was 6 months old, was taken to another home. And I've never seen my brother from that time, and I pray that one day I'm going to see my brother again. And we stayed at the rescue center for some few months, and then we were brought to Light of Hope, and my life changed from that day. I went into Light of Hope, because when we arrived at Light of Hope, there were 14 girls then, and all of them were lined up, and they were singing, welcoming us into Light of Hope, and they hugged us, and for the first time I felt at home, and we were so happy. I felt so nice to be at Light of Hope and to have another new family for me and for my sister. And I have been at Light of Hope for 10 years, and my life has really changed. And leadership, the girls in action, I am a girl in action. And the leadership that we got and we are still getting has helped me through high school, and has also helped me in my life, because it's not easy being a girl in Kenya and in Africa, because men have the lead. They say everything, and what they say is what is to be, but this leadership has helped me stand out and be able to find my voice and speak. And in high school it's very different. There are so many people, and people there are so different, and there is a lot of peer pressure. But being a girl in action, I have learned to use my voice to speak and know what I want in life, and I am so grateful for all of you, and I'm so happy to be a girl in action. Thank you.